Welcome to your new TechmodeGO telephone system. Today I'm going to be reviewing how to use the audio, web, and video collaboration tools built within the TechmodeGO solution. The first thing we're going to do to get started is you have all received an introductory email that says Welcome to TechmodeGO. You are going to be looking in the particular section that says your collaboration dashboard web client. And really what you're looking for here is this link that allows you to bring yourself to that dashboard. So all you're going to do is simply click the link. If it is your first time joining, it will prompt you for your username and your password that you see here. Once you put those in, you can save them and then it'll automatically be in there for you going forward. So we're going to go ahead and click the link here and we'll pull this application right on over. And so what we're going to be discussing today specifically is the ability to schedule conferences and the ability to use the built-in conferences that are within your system. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to schedule a conference. As you can see here, there's different conferences that I have done previously or have upcoming and those kind of things. So your scheduled conferences will be here for you. What you want to do is you're going to want to add a new conference. And if you look at this, you have two different options for yourself. You have the ability to do an audio-only conference, or you have the ability to do a video conference. So depending on which one you pick is kind of how that will work out for you and what you'll see. So the first thing is we're going to do an audio conference. Let's do it for later. Let's pick the date of tomorrow, and let's do it for, let's say, 3 o'clock. Go ahead and schedule that there. You can change your duration of your time for whatever you want it to be. And we are going to call this Test Audio Conference. All right, you have the ability to put any notes that you want into your participants. We'll leave it blank for this one. We'll fill it in for the next one when we do the video. One thing you will notice that you have the ability to enable announcements. So what does that mean? So an enable an announcement means when you have callers joining your audio conference call, you have the option to have them choose to announce themselves. So by enabling the announcement, it would say, dial your password, you put your password in, and then it says, please announce yourself. Then I could say Kirk from TechMode, for instance, and that would be the announcement that people would hear when I enter as well as when I leave the conference. So all you have to do is simply check the box here, and that allows you to enable it. The other thing you're going to see down here is the different calendar integrations that we support. Now, with your solution, if you have like maybe Office 365 or something like that, we will be setting that up for you at TechMode, working with your administrative staff to get that set up for your users. So once that's set up, you'll be able to select, for instance, Office 365. For this intensive purposes, we're just going to do the iCal meeting, and we're going to create the invite here. So it's going to see down here, I'm downloading, and it's going to pop this open. So it pops into my calendar. You can see that it has test audio conference, the date and time that I scheduled it for. I can put, conference call maybe for my location, whatever you would like to put here. But so we'll put conference call. And you have the ability, obviously, to edit this. So if you wanted to get rid of this portion of it and you wanted to type a note, please join our call. You can put anything you want to type in there, obviously. Join information. So the first thing you'll notice is you have a dial-in number. So this is a full digit. So this is more for those people outside of your organization that will be dialing into this telephone number. You will notice that you have a PIN number. One thing I wanted to note to you, the PIN number always changes. So when you schedule a new conference, it's always going to be a new PIN number. That's really for your security, right? So people can't log into these things and use your conference bridges, for instance. The other thing you will notice here is it says employees connect to 3CX join by dialing a 4-digit extension, for instance. So ours is 7,000 here on our phone system, and then we enter our PIN number. So you can do some short codes and those kind of things for it to just dial the extension instead of the full telephone number. All right, so it's just that easy. Of course, you can invite your people that you want, send out a meeting invite, away you go. All right, the next one we're going to do is we are going to schedule another one, but we're going to do this as a video call. And we are going to make it for later, same thing that we did before, right? So we're going to pick our date, and let's just do it for 3 o'clock again. And once again, you can change your duration, but we're going to call this video call. And then we'll put some notes into the participants. Please join our call. Okay. So a couple other things that you will notice, it looks different here now because we're doing a web/video meeting. So now I have a couple different options for me. So the first thing is a web meeting. A web meeting essentially is a video conference that you can have up to 100 participants in this video conference. All right, so you can join and have a lot of people join if you'd like. So the difference between a web meeting or a webinar classroom meeting is a web meeting allows everybody to join, no microphones are muted, everybody can see each other, you can see up to 24 people in your meeting at one time that are talking, so full-on video conferencing that you're used to seeing. The other one is going to be a classroom style. The classroom style is a little bit different. Think of this as more of a lecture mode that you want to do for a meeting. So maybe I'm a president of a company and I want to be able to, I don't know, talk about our Q2 reports or something like that, right? And I'm going to be presenting a PowerPoint and walking our team through it, but there's really no reason for them to be interactive, from an audio perspective or a video perspective. So we can simply just put that in a classroom mode. So pick your one, which one you want to do. Just know that that's the differences between these two. But definitely feel free, play around with both of them, see which one works best for you and for your organization. And you can change them at any time. All right, so same kind of thing here before. Once again, the integrations to the calendar, and we're going to go ahead and create our meeting. As you see, I get my download here again and wait for this to finish and populate. But you'll notice there's some more information in this one compared to the audio, right? The audio was pretty straightforward. It gave you a telephone number and a password to dial in with. With this one, obviously you can see our meeting notes that we put in here. I've invited you. I called it video call. But you'll notice here there is a web link, right? And the key with this web link and the really, really nice thing about TechmodeGO is the fact that it's WebRTC. And what does that mean? So really at the end of the day, there is no software from an outside or inside of your business people that they would need to download. So if you've done previous meetings for like, GoToMeeting, they make you do a plugin, or WebEx, they make you do a plugin or something like that. It's not needed for this, okay? The big thing you need to note though is not all browsers support WebRTC. So the ones that support it are Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. So make sure you're opening your meeting in a Chrome or a Firefox browser. And you can see that right here. That is noted to all of your participants as well. You can also have a dial-in number so they can dial in, and there's the pin, and you'll notice that pin's different from the last one that we did. And same thing is it's 7,000, right, to dial in, but a different one for it. The other thing is these applications are also developed and enabled for people to use them from different devices. So for instance, for a computer, you're just going to click the link, right? But let's say I want to take this from a tablet, right? I got an iPad or something like that. I can download the app from the Apple Play Store, from the App Store, and I can download it and load the application to that device to use it. So same thing with Android. So know that you can do either one of those for this as well. And the last thing is there's some helpful hints, for video conferencing, and there's a manual if you have any questions. All of that stuff is being able to click. The nice thing is this goes out to your participants as well, right? So they have all of this information as long as they read, what's in the body of it. They'll be prepared for the meeting, and you don't have to worry about if they're going to join or not. It's very, very self-explanatory for them. All right? Same thing, invite your people, put your information in that you want to invite, send the meeting off, away you go. Just that simple. All right, so the next thing is I want to get into the web meeting itself. I want to show you guys the interface and the tools that are available for it. So first thing you'll get the screen that'll pop up here. If I turn my mic cam on, as you can see, I'm right here for you. I use a slider so I can turn mine off by going like that. But you can join the meeting by simply hitting the Join Now button. And you'll see that there's a few things here that you can do. So you can turn off your camera, for instance, if you don't want people to see you. You also have the ability to mute your audio. So if you want to just click that, you can mute your audio. And then the other piece here is you can record your conferences, right? So any conference that you are going to host and you want people to maybe share this content later, or maybe you want to post it to your socials, or you guys have a YouTube channel, or maybe it's content that you want to put on your website. You are more than welcome to do all of that, and simply you can record those sessions by hitting the Start Record button. All right? The next piece of this is the ability to share your screen. So you're going to be able to share quite a few different things with your participants during this meeting. So first thing is click the share button. You will notice that I have screen 1 that I can share. I also have a second monitor, so I have a second screen that I could share, so I can pick either one of those. Simply all you do is hit the share button to share that screen. But you'll notice that there are a couple other things up here, like the application windows. So those are applications that you have open up on your computer. So maybe I have a Word doc that I want to show, or maybe there's, I don't know, a PowerPoint that I'm going to be sharing, and I just want to share that and not my whole screen. You are absolutely able to do those. Just pick the one that you want. You have the ability to do just web pages. So if you're maybe working on your CRM system and you're having somebody that wants to look at it and you're showing them how to enter data, or you're training a new employee or something like that, you can use those things just to use just a web page if you wanted to just do that. Once again, pick the one that you want. All you do is click share and you're able to do that. All right, the next thing that we're going to run into here is going to be the share a PDF. So let's share a PDF. Here's one that I put in previously. So we can grab that, but if we want to upload, we simply hit upload, and I can show you how that works, and you can grab any documentation that you want from your computer to pull that down. All right, so we're just going to take this one that we have. Let's share it with the group. And now you can see here that I have a PDF, right? So there's quite a bit of tools down here at the bottom that allow me to do different things. So the first one is a pen, right? So if I wanted to draw, do something like that, I could highlight things, or hey, we need to change this, and let's make this font bigger, for instance, or maybe you're working in a marketing meeting or something like that. That's a good tool for you to use there. Of course, you can erase that. So if you want to get rid of that stuff that you drew on and start over, you can absolutely do that. The next one here is going to be text. I really like this. I've started to use this more and more over the last little bit, but I can take any one of these documents and let's say, for instance, here 12 lines. You can do up to 12 lines, right? And you can put that information in there and people can see it. And you can add notes right next to things. And as you're working on stuff, you're able to collaborate in real time and actually be able to write that information in there. Of course, you can change your colors. So maybe you're a green person, you like to use green, you can absolutely do that. Whatever color you want, those are here for you. You also can change the size of your pen that you're writing with. So if you want to make that a little bit larger, you can do so as well. Of course, you can toggle to multiple pages within that document that you have. And of course, anytime you want to stop sharing, just click the stop sharing button. All right. The next one is a whiteboard. So a lot of us have used whiteboards in the past. It's a very good collaboration tool. There's two different ones. There's a blank template here. Also, we have one with dotted grid lines. If you're doing more of a technical drawing or something like that, maybe that would be more beneficial to you. But all I do is click here. It's my whiteboard. I got the same thing, right? I can do my pen. I got my eraser. I can put text in, change my colors, all of those same kind of things, but from a wide open whiteboard to whatever I want to do and write on it. All right, the next one here is going to be a poll. So, I've used this a few times. I kind of like it because I have the option sometimes when I start a webinar, I will put a pre-poll in there for somebody. You know what I mean? Like, here's a fun one, right? Do you prefer a Big Mac or a Whopper, right? And you can ask people questions. But we'll create a new one for this one. So all I do is hit new. Let's do the title. Have you joined a webinar before? Or a video call before, right? And you can do that. So that should actually be my question. So let's take that there. That's not going to be our title. So oops, bear with me here. Have you joined a video call before? And let's just call this video call. Okay, but you can make this whatever you want. So the first answer could be yes, add an answer. Second one could be no, right? And you can add another one. Same thing is if you want to add another question, so on and so forth. You can pick your duration of time of how long you want that to be. So you have a lot of different options to do that. All you do is save. It sends the poll out to the whole group. Was this video beneficial to you or something like that? So a lot of different options with it, but I'm going to go ahead and cancel that one. And I'm just going to cancel it one more time here. Okay, and then of course this one right here is going to allow you to end the meeting. So if you want to end the meeting or leave the meeting, you simply click on the red icon here to leave the meeting. The other thing I wanted to share with you is we talked about sharing, our screen and PowerPoints and those kind of things, but we also have another one here that is available to all of our users as part of the participants of this, is you have the ability to upload files. So I can do, if you want to do a Word doc, an Excel document, PowerPoint, whatever you have, like a PDF, obviously we shared those before, but any of these kind of documents, you can simply do it. I can add it here, and then everybody can view it. They can click and download it, and they can look at the same document that you are talking about, or whatever that case may be. All right. You also notice down here you have the ability to react, like you can raise your hand, but this is also a chat window, right? So I can say hello to the group. If I had more people in here, I would have the option to individually chat people within this. So you would see Kurt, and then it would give you more information, like you could chat somebody privately, you could put them on mute, different things that I have from a moderator perspective. Same thing is if you wanted to mute like the chat noises, sometimes those get annoying when everybody's asking a bunch of them, just simply click the mute button. If you wanted to send the message, you can either hit enter or you can hit the send button here. A couple other things to bring your attention to is the ability to invite external people to our meeting when we're already in a meeting. So let's say, for instance, I already have this going and I need to collaborate with somebody else. I simply click the invite people. I can add any participants that I want, put their name, their email address in. We can just self-populate me because I'm already in here, and then just add them to the meeting. The nice thing is they are going to get that same meeting link that I got when I joined the meeting. So they're able to click on it, open it up, join us just like they were part of our meeting. All right? So it's just that simple. The other thing I can do is I can just copy the link. So maybe I wanted to copy the link and I wanted to go over here to chat and I wanted to send it to somebody. Hey, can you join us real quick? Have a few questions. Can you help us out? Absolutely, you can do that. The next one here is going to be your settings. So if you click the settings, maybe you have a use for multiple webcams and you have two different webcams, so you could select which one you wanted to use this for. Maybe you had a headset that you wanted to hook up, so you could do that there as well. Maybe you have an external speaker that you wanted to use. All of those things are accessible for you to do that. You can pick your video quality that you want, so standard definition, HD, full HD. Keep in mind when you're recording these messages, or when you're recording videos, you want to keep in mind that if I'm going to do an hour-long meeting and it's going to be 1080p, you can absolutely do that. Just keep in mind that file is going to be pretty big by the time it's said and done. The other piece here is you have some audio quality things that you can do. I keep the default, but there are some different ones here that you can use if you wanted to do that. You also have the ability here to look at your network, right? So it's uploads and download speeds, see how your internet connection is, some information about it, and some privacy stuff to it. The next piece is the ability to get help at any time. So let's say, for instance, I just can't remember how to do something. Click the help button. It is actually helpful. It drops you to a web page, and it is going to, I don't know, how do you schedule a meeting? Easy to share your meeting room with ad hoc like we just talked about, right? All of those things are right here, easy for you to use, and documentation for you to share that. The last piece is, of course, you can make this full screen, and you can make it larger if you want to, and all that kind of fun stuff. But the last thing I wanted to share with you is the ability for what you get after the meeting. So when I'm done with my meeting, I actually get, here's a meeting that I did not long ago, right? So I have the recording, so if I click on that, I can view the recording of the video. Notice that we have this for 7 days, so I just want to bring that to your attention. So within those 7 days, download it, put it on your socials, add it to YouTube, put it to your customer CRM, whatever you want to do with it. You have the ability to do those things right from there. And then I also get a list of my participants, right? People that were part of my meeting. The meeting duration was 52 minutes. I had 31 people on this. So just more information about the meeting and who joined. Super helpful. Makes it easy for you to see who joined and who didn't join for those calls. With that, that's it for the training video for today. Hope everybody thought this was useful for them. If you need any additional information, feel free to reach out to your salesperson. They will be happy to help you. Of course, you can go to your customer portal and put any requests in that you would have from a technical perspective if you need additional help with that. And of course, you can reach us at any time at our 800 number at 888-397-6633, and we can help you out. Thank you so much for your time today. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.